Yes, so welcome. I can see more people joining the group, the conversation, and that's good. That's really encouraging. Yes. So as I said earlier, in our business setting or in our business environment, this is just a reminder that this is the second part of the effective communication in our business environment. Yeah. This is the second part of, and we saw my colleague cover the first aspect where she spoke extensively about the ethos, pathos, and logos theory of Aristotle. And yeah, so back to the main point, back to business. Yes. So from every day to day, no matter how big your business is, no matter how small it is, no matter who you deal with, there are always some key people that you need or that you always interact with.
Remembrance service for the departed members of this community.
Obed, kindly mute your mic, please. Thank you. Okay, so the first of these people I was referring to were the suppliers. Now, the suppliers are really vital for our business operation. Why? Because whatever products you sell, you need somebody to give you raw materials or a part of the product that you put together to make your final product. So let's say you're a tailor, okay, and then you have someone who sells material, supply you cloth. Now, from day to day, you interact with this supplier to make sure that the material that you need, the material that you require is what he or she will deliver to you. Not just the requirements, but yet the delivery should be on time because you are dealing with business, and with business, we know that time is money. So the supplier should deliver on time and exactly with the specifications that you requested, because you are also trying to satisfy your customer. Yeah, so if you communicate effectively to your supplier, the supplier will deliver exactly what you have requested for. But if your communication is not straight or clear-cut, you realize they'll bring you product B instead of product A. And then the supplier will tell you, oh, I didn't have product A. That is why I brought you product B. When that happens, it worries your production. It worries your business because this is not what you want. This is not what you asked for. So let's try and have effective communications with our suppliers. Give down straight, clear-cut, and precise information as to what you want and what time you need it. The second people that we deal with are the customers or the buyers, those who buy your product. Okay, you deal with them day in and day out. They are bringing you the money. And there's a saying that a customer is always right. So if a customer tells you, I want this TV or this mobile phone in the color green, and you bring him summer green, and he tells you, this is not the green I want, he's right. When he tells you, okay, I want summer green, and you come and you bring him dark green, so this is not what I asked for, and you return, he's right. Okay, that is why when we are dealing with customers or buyers, we need to get down, if possible, have your notepad and have a pen. Whatever a customer requests for, you jot it down, okay, and repeat it to the customer to ensure that this is exactly what your customer is asking for. And you make sure you work extensively to produce that same product or the main thing that the customer wants. You see, if you're able to do this, it helps you create, it makes you credible. Okay, it makes you credible because now your suppliers believe, your suppliers understand that, Mr. Inusa, your suppliers would now trust you because you are so credible that anything they ask for, you're able to deliver. Now, you're able to deliver because you put in clear-cut procedures, like, okay, whatever my client needs, I write down. It is a form of communication. It's a form of communication. Your writing skills is a way of communicating to yourself or to maybe your staffs that you are working with. You get it. But I hope we get the point from this. You can hit me on the chat, and if I'm not too clear on certain issues, you can give me a short comment. But if we all understand where we are going to, then you can also write that you understand. Okay. So yes, the third people that we deal with in our day-to-day business activities are government officials. Whatever business you do, we always have statutory fees that you have to pay to the government. Okay, you also have your tax to file so that you can have your tax returns. If you're able to do this at the end of every year, I know some people get some returns from the government, and it's nice to know that, oh, okay, I'm having some tax returns from the government because I've paid my tax and you're up to date. No government official will come and disturb you or try to close down your business. Now, you can only do this if you effectively, communicate with the government officials. How do you do that? You need to put in proper records. You need to file all your tax documents. You need to do all these things accordingly. This will help you communicate properly with the tax officials, and in turn, they will also satisfy your needs or your wants or help you resolve any problems anytime you come across or anytime you have such problems with your taxes. Now, one more group of people or another group of people that we deal with every day, which for that one, there's a lot of dynamics into it, okay? And they are the staffs. Some staffs can be really troublesome, okay? Some staffs, they can worry you, give you headache 24/7. But you see, it becomes quite tricky when you deal with these people, because for your staffs, you see them every day. You see them all the time, and you have normal basic conversation. How is your family? Or how is, you can even talk about football sometimes. You talk about food, you talk about travel. So many things you get. But when it comes to your business, how do you communicate with your staff? Are you able to put in clear-cut and precise instruction to your staff? Listen, Kojo, I need you every time you come to work. I need you here by 7:30. When you get here, I need you to do housekeeping. Make sure the place is neat. Make sure the place is neat. Make sure by the close of the day, if there's anything lying somewhere that is not supposed to be there, it is, you take it off and you arrange it properly. Are you able to give clear-cut instructions by telling your staffs, listen, this product that I'm holding, we should finish assembling it. Or this cloth that we are sewing, you should finish by tomorrow, by this time, because we need to deliver to our clients, to our buyers. Our buyers need them by that time because it is time bound. Now, if you do not communicate effectively with your staff, then you realize that there will be a lot of backlogs and their work would not be time bound. They will delay your supplies. And when that happens, your buyers or your customers will lose trust in you, therefore losing credibility in you and your business. And believe me, when that happens, it is really serious, because when that happens, you don't get any more referrals, because when they mention your name, so, don't mind that guy, he will delay your work. Oh, are you taking the TV to this guy? Oh, don't mind that guy. Oh, are you taking your business proposal to this so and so company? They won't do a good job for you. Bring it to SINOP. And then that is when you hear the referrals. Oh, take it to SINOP Investment, because SINOP Investment, they are going to write you nice business proposal that you want. You want a business plan, they'll write it nice for you. You get, because of the credibility that SINOP Investments have built over a long period of time. So yes, it is really important for us to communicate effectively with these four people, these four groups of people. And the last group I will also talk about are our visitors. Now, let's put this in mind. You find out that most often than not, most customer care officers are sometimes rude to visitors. But I keep saying this all the time, that every visitor, okay, is a potential client. just as every client is a visitor. You get, so when a visitor comes to your place of work, your place of business, treat the person with respect. Ask the person why the person is there and try to solve the problem the person brought. If you can, fine. But if you can't, then you refer the individual to a credible company. You can refer the individual to SINOP Investment if we are doing what the clients need. Send the client to SINOP Investment because they are credible. Okay, when it comes to your logistics, when it comes to your engineering services, when it comes to your HR management, oh yes, send them to SINOP because I have tested them, I have used them, and they delivered for me. You get, so yeah, so our visitors, let's not joke with our visitors. Okay, let's not joke with our visitors at all. So yes, we communicate with all these people, but why do we communicate with them sometimes? You get, so we communicate with them because sometimes we need to negotiate. Okay, I want to buy a car from Mr. Inusa. Okay, I need to sit with Mr. Inusa and negotiate with Mr. Inusa. Say, oh, Mr. Inusa, this car you are giving to me, fine, I like it. I want to buy it. By your price, do something for me so that we can do what? We can do business. You get, and sometimes your suppliers will also want to negotiate certain prices with you. So you avail yourself. Okay. So yes, we communicate with the group of people we've spoken about, whether it's been a supplier, whether it's been a buyer, whether it's been government officials, your staffs, or even visitors. Okay, because we need to negotiate. Okay. So if you are finding it difficult to negotiate, to have a good negotiation in a business, call SINOP Investment. SINOP Investment are good supply chain management services, and they are good at negotiations. We can negotiate your businesses for you so that you get the best profits out of it. You get, so it's all based on credibility and track record. You get, and this is why sometimes we need, not that sometimes, this is why we always need to have effective communication. Okay. And then we also need to communicate with these people because we also need to track our shipments, our raw materials, our goods. Oh, Mr. Joel, I am sending you maybe 2 bags of rice. You have requested for 2 bags of rice. I'm sending it to you. Please, have you received it? Now, I am tracking my shipment because I need to make sure that my client is satisfied. You understand? I need to make sure my client is satisfied. So, Mr. Joel, have you received it? Then Mr. Joel gives me feedback. No, I have not received it. Then I have to then follow up with the delivery service. Why haven't you delivered to Mr. Joel? Oh, boss, maybe I had an accident. Or, oh, the police people caught me. Then I can communicate to Mr. Joel. Oh, Mr. Joel, there's been a hindrance in the delivery service because of A, B, and C. So kindly bear with us. We'll resolve the issue and get back to you. Now, you have tracked your shipments, and yet you have had a very nice customer relationship with Mr. Joel right now because you have explained to him. So now he's relaxed. Now Mr. Joel is relaxed knowing that, okay, my shipment is on the way, but there have been some hindrances along the way. That is why it is not yet here. Yeah. And then when we do this, we keep on building credibility. By so doing, we'll let our customers also know that we understand the situation that they are in for you to be able to spend your hard-earned money to buy something and you have not yet received it. Now, this is where we start talking about your credibility and your emotions, ethos and pathos of ethos and pathos of the Aristotle models. So we need to put ourselves out there. Sometimes we also need to communicate with them because we have some information to ask for. I call Obed. Oh, Obed, the dress you asked me to sew, did you say you want long sleeves? Oh, I was looking at some design. It is short sleeve. I think it will look nice on you. Let me send it to you so that you have a look at it. So I send it to Obed. Obed takes a look at it and tells me, oh, nah, I like my long sleeves like that. Nah. What I have done is I requested for an information. Okay, well, I sent an idea to Obed, and Obed refused that suggestion. I just didn't just, oh, this design will look nice on Obed Powell. Let me sew it for him. Yeah, when that happens, and Obed gets his product, he will realize that, okay, these people, they are not trustworthy, and they don't reason logically, because how can you just wake up and decide what to do with someone's cloth? The person says he wants long sleeves and you sew short sleeves for him. What sense is there? You get? So we try as much as possible to be credible, to also avail ourselves emotionally to understand why a client will feel annoyed for a certain shipment or certain processes. And we also have to add the logic of understanding why a client wants a particular product, how he wants it then, and the time that he wants it. There are logical reasonings that we all need to bear and have in mind. So by so doing, automatically we enhance our customer relations. And then we also give and seek clarifications, like Obes and rest that I was talking about. Yes. So if you want your car to be serviced, or you want some wirings to be done in your home, or you want to build a warehouse, then you know, okay, when I contact SINOP Investment, or you want to do a container transformation project, you want to use container to build an office, you want to use a container to build a house. And then, oh, okay, I know SINOP Investments do that. Okay, let me contact them. Let me seek for clarification as to how much it will cost if they do one for me. Let me also give them clarifications of how I want it to be like. So if they can do it, why not? Why don't I give SINOP Investments that contract? Yes, because you know that SINOP is also dealing in engineering services such as this. And then you might have a company, or you're working with a company, and your voltage is fluctuating, going up and down, like, how can I solve this? You're paying high utility bills, high power bills, high ECG bills, but your production is way low. You ask yourself, what should I do? When you contact SINOP Investment will tell you, officer, we have power factor correction units and voltage stabilizers, okay, which we can, supply you suiting to your capacity that you are using in your factory or your small business, so that you can reduce all these costs. So our aim is not just about selling, but then we'll help you reduce your costs, your operational costs, and then you also see what? More productivity. Good. So all this, the effective communication that we've spoken about, we can transmit it in so many ways. And we all know the modes of communication, which are the verbal communications. Today we are using Zoom and face-to-face and telephones for our verbal communication. You have the written communication, you send emails. Okay, you send emails, you have manuals written down. These are all forms of what? Written communications. Okay, writing a report and all that. And then we have listening. Listening too is a vital part of communication. So as a businessman, as a businesswoman, sometimes what you need to do is have for yourself a small notebook, a pen, so that when you are dealing with clients, then maybe Monica is trying to take informations from me on how I want my dream house to be built, or Monica wants to design for me a car. Monica, I'm sorry, I don't know what you do, but I would have used that as an example. But yes, you want to design my dream car for me. Yeah. So Monica takes a pen and a paper and says, okay, do you want the head to look like this? Do you want the tail to look like this? And she writes down all the necessary information. Okay. Now she's writing down because she's listening. Yeah. So since she's listening, it is recording in her head and she's writing them down for future reference. Okay. That is why it is important to listen properly, take notes if, where, and when it is important, so that you can refer to anytime that you want. So at this point, I hope everybody, we are all on the same page at this point. Is anybody lost? Because this is a training for us to be effective in our communication when it comes to our business environment. Now, let's not just narrow it to our business environment. Let's also see it as our place of work, because your place of work is also your business environment. You understand? Good. Okay. So with that, we will then realize that having this proper communication, or this effective communication, will increase our productivity. Will also develop your team. We've spoken extensively on that. It will also improve the confidence and morale of those you are working with, the confidence and morale of your suppliers, the confidence and morals of your clients. Just as SINOP investment is, improving the confidence and morals of so many businesses out there today. So do not hold back when anytime you want to contact SINOP investment for any of your business plan writing, your engineering services, your logistic, transport, and HR solutions. Yes. However, communication is not easy. We all know communication is not easy because of the barriers related to communication. Yeah, languages, education, views. It is not easy at all. But if we don't put in more effort to have effective communication, what happens? This is what happens. Poor communication. This is what happens. Okay, you lose your items. You delay supplies. You get supplies mixed up. You get when you are building a house, the column for column A, you're going to put it at column B. You are writing an email. You have to send it to. You're writing an email. You have to send it to Evelyn Asare, and you end up sending it to Galaxy A12. You get, so there will be a lot of confusion here and there, and you'll be unable to plan properly for your inventories. By so doing, you have so many unhappy customers. So many unhappy customers. And believe me, that is not good for business. That is not good for business. So even when your boss, even at work, your boss is talking to you, if possible, you have a pen and a paper, you write it down because you don't want to get things mixed up. And they will tell you that, hey, you don't like work. Hey, all the time we tell you to do something, you do opposite things. You get. So this is just a short training. And then from time to time, SINOP Investment will be carrying out some of this training. We hold training for managers. We have managerial trainings. We also do health and safety training for groups and industries. We also write business plans and proposal writings. And for any other writings that you want to write, you contact SINOP Investment. We have good and qualified writers. You understand? Yeah. So this is the little we would want to discuss today. We don't want to take much of your time. So this is a little we want to discuss today. And we are glad that you're able to join this free training. From time to time, we'll be organizing and arranging trainings such as this in order to improve ourselves, one another. We know it's hard times. We are in hard times. And COVID has made things quite unstable. Most people cannot even afford to go write a business plan. But when you come to SINOP, believe me, we will make you very good offers. Okay, offers that you can hardly resist. So yeah, we hope to see you soon. And anytime we have another training, you can always join us. And then, yes, you can always join us. You can always join us for our trainings, and we'll always update you. Our website is open to the public. Okay. Our website is open to the public, so you can join the website anytime you want. All right. If there's anything that you need from us, from SINOP Investment, you contact the number below, and we'll make sure you are satisfied, because that is our core and that is our main goal, is to satisfy everybody, including small businesses, medium-scale businesses, and large businesses. So if anybody has some other questions, I can see someone is requesting to have access to the slides. Yes, it is possible. We can make it available for you. Yeah, so yes, so text the number that sent you the link, and we'll make it available for you. Okay. Yeah, so any other questions, any other submission? If anybody has something to say, feel free to unmute your mic and say it. So once again, my name is Emmanuel Boedu, and I'm speaking from SINOP Investments Limited. We are into HR solutions, supply chain management and procurement. We're also into business development by writing business plans, business proposal, anything business development. Okay. When you contact us, we will make sure you are satisfied. We will make sure you are satisfied because that is why we are here. Okay, we need to create the ethos out of every situation. We need to create that credibility out of every situation. And I am sure that from the way we will feel about your stance and the logical reasoning in which we will work with you, you yourself, you'll be happy enough to refer us to other institutions. Yes. So any comments, any statements at all? It can be even probably from the first submission my colleague gave or now. Mr. Joel, I see you. Okay, so is there really a communication hierarchy in most companies where there's a chain of command to be followed first? Yeah, so for most organizations, there's always a hierarchy of communication, okay, for most organizations. But what happens is that a lot of people break it due to familiarities and friendship or knowing because, oh, I'm cool with HR. When you have a problem, you go directly to HR. Or I'm cool with the financial accountant. When you have a problem with your payslip, you go straight to the financial controller. But it shouldn't be so. That is why it is important for every institution to train their staffs. Okay, upon training your staff will get to understand the reason why he or she should go through the right process in order to get the right thing to be achieved. Okay, that is why at SINOP Investment we also do trainings. You see, when it comes to managerial trainings and it comes to training the workforces, communication training, health and safety training, all these things play a part. Okay, I was with a group of people yesterday and they were having a discussion on how broken their communication chain is. And I suggested to them, guys, what you guys need more is you guys need to train your staffs. Okay, you guys need to train your staffs. Yeah, so you guys need to train your staff, and at SINOP Investment we do that. Okay, we'll come sit with you. We'll come sit with you and understand what the problem is. Okay, when we understand what the problem is, and then we will help you resolve that problem. Sometimes, as you said, the barriers of communication, it might be like personal reason. Oh, somebody just don't like you. You get, or it might be lack of transparency. You are working with your boss comes and tells you, oh, senior director said I should give you maybe 10 CDs. But who can be signed? The director saw you and said, oh, did you get your 200 CDs? And you now we need my 200 CDs and I want to bring me 10 CDs. So you see, you find it a bit difficult to understand. So this causes barriers in your communication. And by so doing, next time you jump to the director himself if you have any problem. So communicating with difficult customers. Now, some customers, what they are looking out for is they want somebody to listen to them. Let me tell you the true fact. Most people who complain about services and products, okay, all they need is a listening ear. So as a CS, as a customer service personnel, if a difficult customer starts ranting and shouting and doing what, now this is where you apply the pathos of Aristotle, your emotions. You have to put yourself in the person's shoe and agree with the person. If you agree with the person now tends to come down. Okay, the person now tends to come down to your level because it sees that, okay, yeah, since you agree with me, and that is when you start using your logic. And you, oh, Chief, I understand why you are upset that we're not able to deliver at this time, or why the product is defected. I understand if it was me, I also get upset about it because I wouldn't pay my hard-earned cash to have items like this. Now, when you're on the same level with the person, then you sit the person down and say, oh, but you know, what I can do for you right now is probably change your goods for you, or I can refund your money for you, or what other alternative that there is. Okay, whatever alternative that there is, you implement it. But first of all, you just don't want to implement it on the go. First of all, agree with the person. If you really want to influence people and get them to be on the same platform with you, sometimes you just have to agree with them. There's a listening model. Exactly. So when a customer when a client insists on a path, which clearly leads to no growth. Okay, Joel, thank you for your question. Now, when a customer does that, okay, now as a CS, okay, as the one responding to him, you have two options, okay? You can tell him, oh, I can hear what you are saying, okay, but quite unfortunate, we don't do what? We don't do that here. Okay, so you can move to the next maybe company to check, maybe they offer such services there. Sometimes you need to as a customer care person, as I said, you need to show the person, okay, I understand where you're coming from. Okay, you might not totally agree, but you can understand where he is coming from. He's seeing the figure as 6, whilst you are seeing it as 9. So yeah, oh, I understand you're standing at the other side. Okay, but in this house, this is where we stand. But do not say it in a harsh tone, but you know, calmly. Oh, boss. Oh, madam, I understand why you're upset. Okay, I understand you believe this and this and this and this and that. Okay, but why don't I suggest this? If you think our products are not good enough for you, I wouldn't also encourage you to buy a product that is not good for you. So kindly move to the next, because at the end of the day, the communication the person is trying to have with you would lead, as you said, would lead to no growth. You can see that the person intentionally wants to badmouth you, wants you to say something for negativity, to taint the image of your company. So when you see that, there's a way you handle such clients. So that is why at SINOP Investments, we offer trainings when it comes to communication, from the lower levels to the upper management institution. Yes, institution, that's the word, institution. So I kindly encourage everybody to drop their email, okay, and then we'll be able to send them notifications on future trainings that we will organize. By so doing, we are going to, Joel, that's good one. I also thank you for bringing up that question. Yes, so kindly drop your email so that you get notifications whenever we organize training like this, or we have new informations for you. We will actively send them to you. Okay, and feel free, visit our website, okay, at sinopinvestment.com. We have so much. So we have you covered. Okay, we have you covered. You can come to our office. We are at the Nungwa Boade. Okay, you come to our office, we sit down, we'll talk. Okay, we'll talk. COVID has made things a bit hard for a lot of people, but yet there's still hope. There's still a bright future. There's still a light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, so yeah, so join us. Come to SINOP Investment. Let's sit down, let's talk, let's brainstorm, okay? Yeah. So once again, my name is Emmanuel Bwedu from SINOP Investments. Thank you very much for your time, and bye-bye for now.